everyone, welcome to our new channel Stories of Life. Today's story is The Garden of Time. So let's begin. The Holloway family garden had always been a place of quiet magic. Stretching across acres of sunlit meadows and shaded groves, it had been tended by generations of Holloways, each leaving their mark among the flowers, herbs, and towering oak trees. At its heart stood an old oak, planted by ancestors who had weathered wars and recessions. This year, as the family gathered for their annual harvest, the garden would become more than a backdrop, it would be a teacher. Eleanor, the family's matriarch, had recently retired. At 68, she felt unmoored, as if her worth had vanished with her job title. Her grandchildren adored her stories, but she worried her voice no longer mattered in a world that moved faster than she could keep up. Marcus, her son, juggled a demanding tech career and fatherhood, his sharp wit dulled by burnout. His daughter Laya, a social media manager, hid behind curated posts, anxious that her real life paled in comparison to the glowing screens she scrolled daily. Then there were the youngest, Jaden, a high schooler who sketched secretly in notebooks, terrified his art would make him a target, and Zara, the shyest of all, who memorized science facts but struggled to speak them aloud. The reunion began as it always did, with laughter, hugs, and baskets for harvesting tomatoes and herbs. But Eleanor noticed how the family's chatter felt strained, their connections frayed by invisible burdens. She pointed to a forgotten corner of the garden, overgrown with weeds. "What if we restore it together?" she suggested. A new project for a new season. As they worked, the Holloways began to share their struggles like seeds scattered into soil. Eleanor knelt by the ancient oak, running her hands over its bark. "I planted this during the recession," she said. "Back then, I thought confidence meant never showing doubt. But the tree taught me otherwise, it bends in storms, loses leaves, yet keeps growing." Marcus paused, a shovel in hand, realizing his exhaustion wasn't from hard work alone but from refusing to let himself rest. Later, Marcus showed Laya how to prune a rosebush, snipping away dead branches. "You don't have to hold on to everything," he said. "Sometimes growth means letting go." That night, Laya scrolled through her social media feed, deleting accounts that made her feel small. She kept only those that felt like sunlight. When Jaden shyly sketched the garden's wildflowers, Laya nudged him to share his art online, anonymously. To his shock, strangers praised his work for its raw honesty, not its polish. "Your voice matters," Laya told him, "even if it's quiet." Emboldened, Jaden blended his tech skills with family history, creating a digital journal where Zara's science experiments met Eleanor's stories. Zara, watching her cousin, finally raised her hand in science class to present a project on the oak tree's roots. "They're like a family," she explained, her voice trembling. "Hidden, but holding everything together." The class erupted in applause, and that weekend, she led the family to the garden's restored section, now dubbed Harmony Plot. The transformation was breathtaking. Zara's science charts hung beside Jaden's sketches of the oak. Laya had created a meditation nook with wind chimes, while Marcus built a compost bin, joking, "Rot today, roses tomorrow." At the center stood Eleanor's oak, its branches now sheltering a wooden swing. As the sun set, the family gathered beneath the tree. Eleanor squeezed Zara's shoulder. "Legacy isn't about being remembered," she said. "It's about planting seeds you'll never see bloom." Marcus added, "and trusting they'll grow," as Jaden pushed Zara on the swing, her laughter echoing through the garden. They vowed to return every year, not just to tend the garden but to tend to one another. For in their shared labor, they'd rediscovered a truth as old as the oak: confidence and positivity aren't born from perfection or praise, but from the courage to grow, together, through every season of life. And so, the Holloway's garden thrived, a living testament to the idea that no matter the era, resilience blooms where generations root themselves in love. Moral: ultimately, the story reminds us that love, trust, and collaboration across generations create an unshakable foundation for confidence and hope, no matter the challenges of the era.